weather starts to warm up after turkey season, it's such a great time to go out and get on the water, do some bow fishing. And even though we're shooting instinctively, it's a different type of setup on our bows. It's just such a great chance for us to stay sharp, keep a bow in our hands, and just have a great time out on the water and take things a little less seriously than deer season. We've been fishing, doing bow fishing stuff on the lake all summer, and the last couple of years it's gotten pretty popular around here in southern Missouri, I guess everywhere actually, with the US Open from Bass Pro going and stuff. And one of my buddies bought this little Pelican brand, like small miniature pontoon deal with the lawn chairs in it, and we decided to give it a try a couple weekends ago, and it's like, man, this was really like enjoyable, just floating down the creek and sitting in these lawn chairs and shooting fish. So we decided we were going to come back out here and try to shoot some suckers today.
Just lean over. The one you shot at.
So we're about an hour into this, and Chad's just sticking fish left and right. We've got, or he has, about 5 or 6 in the boat. So, and I've done nothing but lose an arrow, but we recovered it and getting into some fish. It's a little bit harder to see because it's cloudy and stuff, but plenty of fish to shoot at, that's for sure. Not whitetail deer, but that's probably like about the best time shooting a bow you can have. I mean, you don't even have to be good at it. I've shot 4 fish, like 1 fish an hour, and Chad shot a ton of them, but it's just so much fun. Like just being on the river and no engines, no gas, just sticking fish. We got a mess of them to fry up too. We're headed down to the landing to try to get some miles in. We leave for Colorado next week, and I know that I can never really prepare myself at this altitude for that altitude, but I've just been trying to pack up heavy and do a lot of walking. difficult to train in Missouri for an altitude in Colorado, but ever since last spring, I've just been trying to walk everywhere I go and just get my legs strong and, you know, my heart rate up and just keep moving and hopefully be as ready as I can be for next week up on the mountain. And I take my family down here to the landing a lot just after work, just to hang out, play on the playground and walk along the lake, eat dinner, and every once in a while I'll bring my pack along and just throw it on and just walk straight down the landing with full gear on.
That is a tent.
We started planning this elk trip last winter around January, so it's been about an 8-month planning process. Can I have a kiss? I love you. Okay.
I was ready to be there like 7,000 hours ago. It's like midnight. Okay, so it's 9:25. But
Close enough.
Did you guys leave any room in the back of the truck?
Yeah.
I've got like 6 cubic inches of space to put my stuff. We're gonna make it work somehow.
Good, how are you?
Yes, have a great time.
You too. We started planning this trip like basically right at the end of deer season last year, or this year I guess, in January, and knew that we wanted to try to go kill an elk as a team. So it's been a long process of planning and buying stuff and packing and training, and so hopefully we'll have a really fun week up on the mountain together. Got to Colorado Springs and gonna run into Bass Pro and buy our tags.
Okay. Like a license on you, like a driver, or not a driver's license. I can use both these, I think.
We're at like 8,600 and some change, and this is where we're gonna leave our trucks. We're gonna hike. We've got about a 3-mile hike into base camp before we go up in the morning. So Rick and I just got out here and we're gonna shoot our bows to make sure everything's okay after the truck ride.
That's a really nice bull.
Rick woke up this morning and there was a bull just behind us with a herd of cows, and we're getting breakfast ready this morning, and he looks over and sees just this little opening on the other side of the mountain over there, and has a nice 5x5 just standing out in the opening. It's been about an 8-month planning process, and throughout that process there were times when I was worried because there wasn't always communication, and I kind of felt like I was relying on our friend here in Colorado to help us out and know the spot and take us to the right spot and put us in a safe location. And everything really kind of went to hell on our way out here. Part of our group left early, and that was not part of the original plan, and they got here and went into the unit we planned to hunt, and there was really no cell phone service. They called us and it was really, we had a hard time communicating. We had a totally different plan, a totally different expectation, where we were driving in and hiking to a hunting location and camping there, and it was going to be relatively simple and a big group of people so that it would be safe. It just didn't happen. Our friend that we were supposed to meet here had to come in late, and he walked right past our camp while we were up high hunting, and we watched him through the binoculars just walk right past our camp. So we don't even know where he is, if he found the other group or anything. Everything is a challenge here. Everything is a mission. We got to this water, which was mission accomplished because we found water to filter, but we had to build a bridge to get across, and now we've got all of our water done, and we're going to head up to this open meadow or up this hillside here to try to cut those elk off that we saw this morning. So we decided to leave because we didn't feel like it was safe to hike much farther back and kill an animal and have to get it back out 5 or 6 miles. We just didn't feel like it was safe. We just decided last night to pull out. We walked out at about 9:30 last night in the dark, and we slept in the Walmart parking last night because we couldn't find any hotels that had vacancy. We slept in the parking lot, and we're going to drive down. We've got about 70 miles to go. We're actually going to be pretty close to New Mexico, and hopefully we can make the most out of this debacle. We just got here to our unit, and it looks super pretty. A little bit different terrain than where we were, and we've just gone farther south, and it's just like tall pines everywhere, and just, I don't know a whole lot about elk hunting, but it looks really elky to me. Looks like it could hold a lot of animals, and we've got a restaurant here close to where we're going to be camping, and just looks like a really pretty spot. This feels as good as
down in the very really southern part of Colorado, kind of south central Colorado, really close to New Mexico. And we moved down to this unit thanks to Eugene, who we met at McDonald's. He led us here, told us where to go, gave us perfect directions, and we finally got here. We got everything set up, we've got the tent set up, and something that we really hadn't had since this journey started out here in Colorado was a fire. And you know, they always say that no matter the temperature, no matter what the mood is, you start a fire and everything's gonna be better. It just lightens the mood. Man, it just really does make things feel that much better. Well, we didn't get up quite as early as what we wanted to this morning. I guess probably just lack of sleep from sleeping in Walmart parking lot in the truck and whatnot. It's just been kind of a crazy, hectic couple of days, but we're up and moving. We got our breakfast in us and getting ready to go, and we actually just heard a bull chuckling over here. Sounded like he was pretty low. You know, there's a big meadow that we're just off of where we've camped. Hopefully he's still down in that meadow, and you know, at least something. We'll go see what's over there.
We got out here and it's hot. Another hunter out here said that all of the bulls are still up high, and we just weren't finding much sign down low. We tried to hike high yesterday, still didn't really find a whole lot of sign, and we went to about 10,000 feet. So it was just, my morale was just destroyed, and I started to not feel well yesterday. I kind of miss home and with everything that's happened, and just don't feel good about the situation, and just kind of stopped eating the last couple of days. And we were hiking in this morning to go back to a new location, and I just stopped and had to be the one to make the call and say I'm finished. I'm just not prepared for this type of hunting in this situation. We decided today to just pack it up and go home about halfway through the trip, and hopefully be able to plan better and learn some life lessons and have a better hunt next year. Wow, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment down below, tell us what you think.